All right, hello everybody. We're about a minute and a half away from picking up pucks and getting started for a 4:15 game time event between U12A Waconia Wildcats against the U12A Saskatchewan Stormhawks. A bit of a rematch. Wildcats and Stormhawks played each other, I believe, a week to the day last Sunday in Victoria, and Wildcats were on the losing end. I believe the final was 1-4. The Wildcats outshot the Stormhawks on multiple occasions throughout the game, and a couple defensive zone lapses, and Stormhawks capitalized, but Wildcats got their chances. So let's see what the Wildcats can do today. District 6 has been kind of a logjam. Edina is the sole #1 team with an undefeated record. And I believe Saskatchewan is second place, and Waconia, Bloomington, Prior Lake, Shakopee, all kind of sitting around the middle. But a very strong district. Right now, the Wildcats are ranked number 26 or number 27 in state, and the Saskatchewan Stormhawks are number 16. That's in youth hockey now, or Hockey Hub, hockey something. Waconia coming off of a 1-1 tie against Shakopee Prior Lake. Really physical game. Wildcats definitely dominated that category. Just kind of out-muscled Shakopee Prior Lake in all three zones, but the game ended up in a tie. A single goal came courtesy of number 27, Alex Schuler, got her first one of the season, so awesome to see that. She almost got her second to win the game. Wildcats starting out, we'll have Reese Rayfeld taking the draw, number 87, with Avery Derringer and Brenna Senni at wings. Amelia Spring and Kira Radford at D. Puck's played in the opposite corner by Derringer, and Senni working on the wall. Rayfeld stepping down to help. Some pressure forces a pass. Saskatchewan able to collect off the wall, and they're out of the zone. 89, Amelia Spring. Nice breakout pass to Derringer. Derringer crosses into the neutral zone. Meets resistance. Puck's going to end up in Rayfeld's skates. Rayfeld back to Radford, and Nystrom. Puck poke checked away. A chance for Saskatchewan. Backhand and a goal. Rhea Sabodny got the poke check, and 1-on-0. Cookner moves it ahead. Picked up by the defense for Saskatchewan. Drive wide shot. Rosine stick save. Taylor DeWolf plays the puck up the wall. That one has enough to make it across the goal line for icing. Travel back down to the Wildcat zone. Defensive zone faceoff. Cookner on the draw for Waconia. Wins it to the wall to Bottoms. Bottoms locks up. Cookner escapes the pile. Rims it around the wall. Alex Schuler will make a play. Nystrom, good patience. Nice move to her backhand. Pass chipped ahead by Puckner, and DeWolf is going to stay on it. Wolf will dump. Wildcats will get a change. Gives the Stormhawks a chance to enter the zone. Shot, I believe that partially caught Nystrom or back-checking Jensen. Bradford pins the puck on the wall. Derringer pass to Jensen. Derringer stays in the play. Jensen fighting through a hook. Derringer pass to Jensen. Miller with a chance. Breakout pass by Chaska-Chan. They're out of the zone. And Kira Radford looking to push the attack to the outside. Good poke check by number 91, Radford. Miller works below the goal line. Pass to Spring. Spring went for the touch pass to Jensen. Didn't connect, but she found Derringer. Comes Spring fighting through a check. Good body position, not quite a hold. Good play, though, by Chaska-Chan. Bottoms on the regroup. Turns up ice. Pass. Partially deflected back into the Waconia zone. Here's the Wolf. Rayfeld. One knee, hops up. Puck's pushed into the corner by Chaska-Chan. Amelia Spring clears the puck. Chance for Chaska-Chan from the point. Puck deflects. That Rosine saw it all the way in. Good concentration. It's a stoppage. 11:52 left in the first period. Waconia down a goal. Buchner, Schuler, and Bottoms forwards. Nystrom and looks like correction at Derringer at forward, Bottoms at D. Shot from the knees, pad save. Rebound skated away by Bottoms. Moves through the neutral zone. Ran into some traffic, stays on the puck. Schuler on the dump. Buchner's going to keep the pressure on. Chaska-Chan defense. Quick out of the zone. Alex Schuler taking an angle. Still a chance from the goal line. Rebound wide of the net. Puck's going to go into the corner. Alex Schuler will get to it first. Schuler tries to pull the puck onto the wall to get it to Buchner. Dumped in by Chaska-Chan. Stormhawks keeping the Wildcats hemmed up in their zone. Play by Nystrom to get possession. Nystrom pushing up the wall. Puck held up at the hash marks. Bradford will skate it away to safety. Use the net as a screen. Pass hit the wall, and Bradford has to retreat behind the Waconia net again. Past the slot. Nystrom battling. Able to force a turnover, and Derringer steps in to pick up a loose puck. Good poke check by Radford, and Derringer is going to wisely chip that one down ice. Be icing on Waconia, but they'll get a chance to change up their lines, get some fresh legs on the ice. Wildcats will have number 13, Lucy Miller, taking the draw with Taylor DeWolf and Alexa Jensen at wings, Bottoms and Spring at D. Jensen boxing out on the draw. Wins it to Bottoms. Puck chips off a couple players to the middle. And Jensen plays it back to center ice. Bottoms looking for the Wolf in the neutral zone. Puck's pinned on the wall right in front of the penalty boxes. Played deep into the Waconia end. Spring loses an edge. Miller comes in to support. Pass deflected. Bottoms. Luckily she was there. A player for Chaska-Chan was reading the bouncing puck, and it bounced in on Rosine, and she got the stoppage. The Wildcats will change up forwards. Reese Rayfeld taking the draw. Radford and Nystrom at D. Derringer, wing opposite Senni. Senni back to Nystrom. Nystrom will reverse it to the opposite side to Derringer. Derringer pass to Rayfeld. Rayfeld has a 2-on-1 opportunity. Pass to Senni. Senni's driving wide. Bumped off the puck. Rayfeld will stay on the attack. Puck's held in the zone by Nystrom. Nystrom on the pinch. Puck's cleared through the neutral zone. Kira Radford will hustle back to get it. CCHA getting a change. Wildcats have some time to break out. Pass out ahead of Derringer. And held in the zone by CCHA. Nice play off the wall by Nystrom. Nystrom moves through the neutral zone. Drives wide. Senni got a little ragdoll there, but she's up. Player's going hard to the puck. Rayfeld caught a piece of a CCHA player. Physical hockey game. Lundin to Savodny. Savodny circles in the neutral zone. Pass back to Lundin. Alex Schuler with pressure. Pass through the seam connects. CCHA cut to the middle. Shot, glove saved by Rosine. Rebound carried away by Spring. DeWolf collects. Wildcats have a 3-on-2. Puck just out ahead of Puckner. Held at the blue line. Puckner's going to play it back to Spring. Here comes Amelia Spring. Puck came in and out. Going to be offsides. 7:38 left in the first period. DeWolf muscled off the puck. She's able to dump it deep into the CCHA zone. Pass tipped. Still behind the red line, and I think that'll be icing. Miller, Jensen, Derringer. Forwards with Nystrom and Radford at D. Puck drops. Miller steps through traffic. Shot from her knees. Save skated away by CCHA. Ridden off the puck by Nystrom. Jensen reverses the play. Puck rolls into the corner. Held in deep by CCHA. Nystrom steps to the middle. She's going to turn on the Jets. Driving wide. Puck caught traffic. Everybody's on sides. I got caught up at the blue line. Chance in the middle. Good stick by Zolina. Puck got caught up in the referee's skates. Clearing attempt held in. And Bottoms will pick it up at the goal line. Turn, look for a breakout pass. And then CCHA cycles deep in the Wildcat zone. Jensen will attempt to clear up the wall. Has Miller stepping in to help. Nice pass by Lucy Miller going cross ice to Avery Derringer. Derringer picks a pocket. Wildcats get a change. Here comes Reese Rayfeld on the forecheck, taking an angle. Pass is going to go in front of her, and no icing. Or icing, sorry. I thought the referee from behind the play was going to wave it off like Rayfeld had got a touch, but 5:54 remaining in the first period. Waconia down a goal. Rayfeld on the draw. DeWolf and Senni at wings. Rayfeld back to Bottoms. Bottoms released a quick shot. That got blocked in the slot. Rayfeld will win the race to the wall and bring that one around the wall to the opposite boards. And it looks like DeWolf will go for a tripping call. Wildcats will go shorthanded late in the first period. 5:39 remaining. Get a shot of our number one penalty killer in between the posts today, Addie Rosine. Solid goaltender, having an awesome season. Referees whistle it down, and we're going to get a little do-over. We're good. And the puck drops. Rayfeld on the draw. Puck one to the wall. Back to the point. Played deep by the Stormhawks. Spring lost an edge. Centering pass. Chance by Subodny. Cycles wide. Sidestep shot through traffic. Blocked. Played to the corner by the Stormhawks. Stormhawks by the goal line. Pass picked off. Shot from the tops of the circles is wide of the net. Nystrom pins a player on the wall. She's locked up in a 2v1. And poke check by Rosine. Stormhawks cut to the middle. Shot low. Doesn't make its way to the net. Alex Schuler patient with the puck. She plays that one through the neutral zone to Puckner. Puckner's going to keep some pressure on. Good reverse at the blue line by the Stormhawk defense. Puckner on the back check, able to pin the puck on the wall. Bottom steps in to help. Wildcats are even strength. Puck travels back through the neutral zone into Wildcat territory, and Puckner pressure, and Derringer and Schuler as well. Schuler, good play, chips the puck off the wall to Miller. Here comes Lucy Miller. Miller to her forehand shot, saved. Lost an edge in the corner, has Miller stepping in to help. Miller going shoulder to shoulder, able to get a breakout pass to DeWolf. DeWolf able to kick the puck out of the zone. Wildcats stay on sides. Here comes Jensen. Has DeWolf to her forehand shot, short side and saved. Jensen held possession. Pass to the point to Spring. Spring shot wide of the net. And Miller, good defensive play. Good forecheck by the Wildcats, but Stormhawks just quick on the transition. Passing the 2:30 mark, going to be icing on the Stormhawks. The offensive zone face-off for the Wildcats. We'll have Rayfeld, Derringer, and Senny. Forwards with Nystrom and bottoms at D for Waconia. Draws one by the Stormhawks. Wildcats with pressure. Senny takes a good angle. Rayfeld wraparound attempt. Pass is going to go to Nystrom. Nystrom backhand rebounds there. Senny got a look. Rayfeld pass back to the point to Nystrom. Shot's going to bounce in. Another shot. Rebounds loose. Rayfeld's going to stay on the puck. Takes an angle. Tries to hold it at the blue line. It's hung up and it's going to come out. Bottoms on the regroup for Waconia. Crosses the red line. Pushing through the middle. And Stormhawks come back to the puck. Nystrom read the pass off the wall, and she's able to keep possession. Rung one up the wall to Derringer. Nystrom behind the Waconia net. Hits Derringer at the hash marks. Picked off by Chaska Chan. Puck's cleared out in the neutral zone by Senny. Wildcats will change up. Look at Taylor DeWolf. steps up in the play, has Puckner going to the net. Puckner back to DeWolf. 2-on-2 battle behind the net. Chip back up the wall by Puckner. Nice pinch by Radford. Shot, gloved, and covered. We've got some of the, I believe it was the Pee Wee boys that were playing before, sticking around to cheer on the girls. See them up there hanging out in the rafters. Chance off the draw for Waconia. Miller shot. Block. Another chance for Schuler. Shot. Rebound. Pad save. Glove save. The best scoring chances Waconia's had all period. Coming here right at the end. 52.3 seconds left. Puckner on the draw. Puck's tied up. Alex Schuler picks up a loose puck, plays that off the wall into the corner. Puckner lost an edge on the attack, has DeWolf stepping in to help as well. Miller traps that puck on the wall. She starts a chance for the Wildcats. Miller from the corner. Pass hit escape. Puck is going to come to Jensen. Rolls past the goalpost. Thought it might hook in. Here's Derringer. Miller picks up a loose puck. Loads up a shot. Be wide of the net. Puck will travel up the wall. Derringer makes a nice play through the hands. Jensen came in to help, but the Stormhawks will dodge a bullet. Rayfeld picks up a loose puck. Tried to play it up the wall. Ran into traffic. She'll get this one. Here comes Reese Rayfeld. Pass to Jensen. Jensen crosses the blue line. Shot, toe save. Wildcats coming on at the end of the first period. Get it. All right, back for the second period. Wildcats will see if they can keep everything on a roll. Ended the first period on the downhill slide, or on the downhill run. Keep the foot on the gas. Reese Rayfeld will be taking the draw. Taylor DeWolf and Alexa Jensen at wings. Wildcats changing up lines a little. We'll have Nystrom and Bottoms at D. Poke check by Rayfeld. Plays the puck up through the neutral zone. Pass intercepted by Nystrom. Nystrom starts the rush for Waconia. Met at the hash marks. Jensen with pressure. DeWolf on the forecheck. Puck played up the wall. Held in by Bottoms. Rayfeld on the regroup. Nice pass to Jensen. Jensen sidesteps a defender. Good recovery. Shoulder-to-shoulder play. And two District 6 teams locked up in a game that matters. Here's a shot by Nystrom. Glove save. Sent a bomb from the point. Good competitive shift by both teams. Yeah, District 6, definitely one of the more competitive districts in the state. Springtime comes and the high-performance hockey stuff starts. It's usually the District 6 or District 5 teams that are the better ones, and it's just because the talent is so deep. Shot by Radford. We go wide of the net, across the goal line. Played up the wall by Chaska Chan. And played through the neutral zone. Got some snow in front of the benches, and that one slows down. Radford. Escape move to the wall. Has Schuler coming back to help out in the play. Lucy Miller pulls up, reverses the play. Nice clean breakout pass to Alex Schuler. Puck held in at the blue line by the Stormhawks. Stormhawks will win the race. Play it behind the Waconia net. Miller was there to pick it up for Waconia. Senny has the puck on the wall. Caught a bump, had Radford step in to help. So the player lost an edge. Went to the boards hard, but she's okay. Lucy Miller. Pass to Puckner. Puckner will chip ahead into the Stormhawk zone. Here's a chance for Schuler. And the Wildcats have the long change in the second. Have to hustle back. The icing on the Stormhawks. 13:02 left in the second. Derringer, Rayfeld, and Jensen will be forwards for Waconia with Nystrom and Bottoms at D. Rayfeld taking the draw. Wins the face-off back to Bottoms. Bottoms plays the puck along the boards to Jensen. Jensen pinned on the wall. Stormhawks reverse the breakout. Rayfeld plays the puck low to Jensen. Jensen, backhand pass off the wall, is blocked. CCHA able to chip out. Nystrom facing a 1v2, takes an angle, gets body position. Great play by number 81. Centering pass, turn shot, saved by Rosine. Nystrom just battling on the wall, having a great shift. Has Derringer helping. Nystrom's pass will pull Stormhawks out of the zone. Rayfeld with pressure, so is Jensen. Here comes Derringer. I mean, unfortunate offsides. Wildcats could have got behind the Stormhawks on a change. Face-off will be at center ice. Shots on goal in favor of Waconia, 10-6. Number 10, Nora Puckner taking the face-off for the Wildcats. DeWolf and Senny at her wings. And Miller and Radford at D. Puck comes to Miller. Miller is looking for DeWolf. DeWolf stayed on the puck. Had it momentarily. Played into the Waconia zone by the Stormhawks. Poke check by Lucy Miller will reverse the play. Shot from the slot didn't go wide of the net. Wraparound attempt. Puck's caught up in a dangerous area right now for Waconia, and Nora Puckner will skate it away. Pass to Senny. Senny will kick that puck out of the Waconia end. Stormhawks are staying on the attack. The referee saw enough of a trip, I believe. We'll see who's going to go. So Senny will go to the box. Face off in the Waconia end. Wildcats will go on the penalty kill. 11:18 left in the second period. Penalty killers for Waconia will have Alexa Jensen and Avery Derringer. See how they respond. Rayfeld on the draw. Derringer and Jensen at wings. Here's Nystrom. Mohawks out. Nice toe drag. Cuts back to her forehand. Chip it off the boards right around the blue line. Jensen will stay on the attack. Stormhawks able to exit the zone. Not a clean breakout pass. Wildcats will pick up in the neutral zone. Bottoms. Pass ahead to Jensen. Rayfeld trying to spring a play. Miller cross-ice pass to Jensen. Caught up with Jensen and Anderson. CCHA. Miller picks up the puck in the Wildcat zone, finds Derringer in the neutral zone. Puck kicked out of the air by Sabodny. Backhanded into the Wildcat zone. Here comes Kira Radford. Pass off the wall to Rayfeld. That one will come out of the zone. Here comes Avery Derringer. Derringer on the toe drag. Stays on the puck. Puck protection move by CCHA, and they're able to get possession. Puckner takes an angle, caught a skate on it, and that lets Miller pick up the puck on the wall. She got pinned. Pass picked off by Radford, and that will pull Chaskatchewan out of the zone. Alex Schuler picks up the puck at the red line. Some resistance, and Schuler, sorry, not Schuler, that'll be Miller. Backhanded the puck into the zone. Will be icing on Waconia. There's 9:16 left in the second period. Shot from the slot and a goal. Chaskatchewan defender had some space and cut to the middle right around the Quick Trip logo. Tides can change quick. Here we go. Waconia on the attack. Senny caught a piece of it. Spring is going to step down on the pinch. Puck will come to Rayfeld. Rayfeld or the pass caught Spring's skate. Played deep into the Stormhawk zone. Rayfeld intercepted that pass, caught a piece of it, turned back in the zone by Spring. That caught some traffic. Here comes, shot and a goal. Stormhawks keeping the pressure. Puck drops, Miller pushes through the pile, stays on the attack. Chaskatchewan just connecting on regroups and breakouts. Puck played off the side of the net. Miller backhand to the middle. Jensen tried to get there. Miller stays in the play. Puck crosses the blue line. And Chaskatchewan caught behind the blue line, be offsides, be a neutral zone face-off. Puck drops tied up in the referee's feet. That'll come out to Radford. Radford plays it off the boards. Cross ice pass by the Stormhawks. And cut to the middle. Nice physical play. A player that wants to glide around into the zone entries might as well just take the body. Fancy stick handling. Here's a good back check by Sabodny on Spring. Good seems to find lanes. Here comes Spring on the back check. She'll take Sabodny down. Sabodny caught an edge and it'll be a checking penalty. So she's okay. .7:18 remaining in the second. Mia Bottoms and Zelina Nystrom. Buchner lines up to take the draw for Waconia. Puck's dropped, and it's 1-2 Nystrom on the wall. Nystrom tries to chip up the wall to Buchner, and she's successful at that. Buchner fighting towards the blue line, held in by the Stormhawks. A stick handling by Nystrom. She accelerates away and pushes the puck across the blue line for Waconia. Stormhawks on the attack. Drive wide, pull back at the hash mark, cycle high to the point. Shot, glove save by Rosine. He had a nice clear view at it, locked in on it. Glove save, and you stop it to play at 6:41 left in the second. Comes some new Wildcat skaters. We'll have Lucy Miller, Alexa Jensen, and Avery Derringer. Kira Radford as well. Puck drops one to the wall by Jensen. Stormhawks have 48 seconds left on their power play. Pass to the slot. Nice save by Rosine. Shot blocked by Miller. Breakout pass to Derringer. Derringer pass off of Jensen skates. Jensen stays on the attack. Puck play to the point, held in by Radford. Going to roll down below the goal line. Jensen will give chase. Pass picked off by Derringer. And the Stormhawks on a 2-on-1. Driving wide, breakout pass picked off by Miller. Spinning a shot, pad saved by Rosine. Got 6 seconds left on the power play. Wildcats will change up their defenseman. We'll get Amelia Spring back in 6 seconds. Jensen wins the draw back. Nystrom picks up a loose puck, gets her feet moving behind the net. Bottoms pass off the wall. Here comes Rayfeld with speed. Rayfeld driving wide, pass, caught Jensen. Jensen loads up a shot. Blocker save, pass back to Rayfeld, tip. Off of Rayfeld's stick, here comes Rayfeld on the back check. Nice play, forces the turnover. She's going to pick up the puck in the corner. Keep her feet moving. Pass. Sunny with the tip. And number 27, Sabodny, steps right on the ice. Here's a shot, going to be wide of the net. Rosine's stick is tied up in between, look like Nystrom and another player. She's without stick. Nystrom's going to play the puck back to her. Looks like it's going to be a penalty on Waconia. Chaskachan goaltender on the bench. Stormhawks have 6 attackers. Backhand shot and a goal. Yeah, Sabodny had a pretty one there. Got underneath it and backhand right under the on the attack. Looked like they were going to get their first one to tie the game up at 1 apiece. Since then, it's been all Stormhawks. All about how you respond. A lot of hockey to be played. Puck drops. Stormhawks on the draw. Pass off the wall. Played back across the red line by Radford. Truro Wildcats will be on the attack. They're not backing down. Battle by Kira Radford. Get the puck back for the Wildcats at the blue line. Shot. Caught Rosine up high. Great save. Here come the Stormhawks. Shot. Backhand attempt. Across the crease. Rosine holding her ground. Plays the puck to the corner. Puck bounces off the back of the net. Pass to the point. DeWolf to close the gap, push the attack to the outside. Centering pass picked off by Spring. Stormhawks hold the zone. Here comes Radford. Cross-ice pass connects. Puck rung deep into the Wildcat zone. Wildcats are getting tired. Good battle by a Spring. And carried across the blue line by Jensen. Jensen, everything she's got, driving wide on her backhand. Wraparound attempt is going to go through the net front, picked up on the wall by the Stormhawks. Wildcats will be able to change up a few players. Comes Senny on the back check. The tie up, puck is going to be played off the boards by Bottoms. Here comes Alex Schuler. Bottoms crosses the Waconia blue line. Met at the red line. Stormhawks drive wide. Backhand shot held off the goal line by Bottoms. Clears it away. It's like Waconia is going to go to the... Let's see who goes to the box. And Sabodny isn't wasting any time. She just heads there. So a Wildhawk end. And the Wildcat power play will be Reese Rayfeld, Alexa Jensen, Avery Derringer at forward, Mia Bottoms, and Zelina Nystrom at D. Rayfeld wins the draw back to Nystrom. That one will come across the blue line. Wildcats have to regroup. Nystrom pass to the middle, connects with Derringer. Pass off the wall, Rayfeld chips that low into the zone. Wildcats have to win these races to get to the loose pucks. Puck held in by Bottoms. Played off the wall by Derringer and played off the glass by the Stormhawks. Shot by Jensen, blocker save to the corner. Puck held in at the blue line by Nystrom. Rayfeld on the back check, gets a stick on it. Rolling puck will come to Nystrom. She sidesteps a black jersey, comes across the red line. Waconia gets a zone entry they need. Nystrom centering pass, nobody was home. The icing on the Stormhawks. So the minute 34 left in the second period. 30 seconds of power play time for Waconia. Was unable to get a clean possession of the puck in the offensive zone. Trying to chip into open areas, but it's the Stormhawks are winning the races to those chips. Hooker on the draw, ties up, has DeWolf helping. Stormhawks move through the zone, breakaway attempt. Move the backhand, nice save by Rosine. Pad save, read it the whole way. Here comes Brenna Senni on a quick transition for Waconia. Pushes up the wall, Radford. Shot's going to be caught by number 19. Can't remember the last name there. Breakout pass out ahead of Stormhawks and played off on the goal line. Centering pass, shot, glove saved by Rosine. Look at the composure by number 39. 35.9 seconds left. Rosine making a beautiful glove save. Miller wins the draw back to Nystrom. Nystrom. Nice toe drag around an attacker. She's going to cross the blue line. Poke check at the blue line. Opposite blue line. Jensen on the regroup. So the player lost a neck guard behind the play. Puck held in by Chaska-Chan. Shot saved by Rosine. Rebound cleared away. That'll do it for 2 periods here in Waconia. Take a short break, come back. All right, we're about ready to start the third period. Bring this one home. Nice to be home, actually, on a Sunday afternoon. Very frigid day. Type of weekend you don't want to leave the house, except to come out and watch some Wildcat hockey. Here we go. Puck drops. Wildcats crossed up on who's going to pick up the puck. Jensen able to cross the blue line. Miller with some help. Going to look for Schuler on the zone entry. Puck's played behind the Stormhawk net, and Miller on the chase. Pass to Schuler, shot over the net. Picked up on the back wall by Jensen. Player without a stick. Jensen will try to pull the puck up the wall, off the wall. Bradford, nice step up at the red line. And those are the plays the Wildcats need. Just like that, too. Lucy Miller forced a turnover at the blue line. Puck just got a little bit out ahead of her and covered by the Stormhawk goaltender. Yeah, keep doing those, and those turn into breakaways. Let's play disruptive hockey. Here we go. Next batch of Wildcats get a chance. We'll have Reese Rayfeld taking the draw with Avery Derringer and Brenna Senni. Stormhawks looking to split the D. Bottoms. Nice play to her backhand. Pass is going to cross the blue line. Rayfeld picks up the puck. Cuts up ice. Nice move. Wildcats have a 3-on-2 chance. Rayfeld, puck poke checked away. Poke check by Nystrom. Played up the wall to Senni. Senni helping out. Stormhawks. Shots can be wide of the net, and that'll carry him up the wall to Derringer. Derringer, like an Oreo cookie on the wall there. Nystrom, good patience, reverses the play. Pass off the wall to Senni. Senni pass to the middle. Read by the Stormhawks. Pad saved by Rosine. Bottoms' pass to Derringer was behind her, but 44 and 11 battling for possession. Rayfeld back to help. Wraparound attempt, read by Rosine. Rosine's second attempt. Stood her ground. Stormhawk shot, saved by Rosine. Second opportunity covered. Getting treated to some good goaltending here. 12:36 remaining in the third period. Addie Rosine helping her cause. Shots on goal have swung in the favor of the Stormhawks, 22-13. Nora Buckner, Taylor DeWolf, and Alexa Jensen will be your Wildcat forwards. Here comes Amelia Spring. Started the attack. Jensen driving to her forehand shot and a goal. Holy smokes! Talk about a play. Spring just right off of the draw. Accelerates. Pass to Jensen. Jensen had her feet moving the whole way into the offensive zone. Cut across the net front and put one home low blocker side. See if this is the spark the Wildcats need. Amelia. And I think Nora, too, because Nora won the draw clean to Amelia. Amelia to Alexa. Here comes Jensen again. We'll move at the blue line. Might have cost her a little, and it'll be an icing on the Stormhawks. 12-13 left in the third period. It's like you come back and from a 5-goal deficit and you win the game, great, but just make it difficult the whole way. Miller on the draw. Wins it to Schuler. Schuler threw it to the net. Senni picks up the puck at the hash marks. Toe drag. Ran into traffic. Backhanded in by Schuler. Pass to the red line. Overskated. That's going to give Miller a chance to get back on the back check. Senni turns at the tops of the circles. He chipped in deep from the point. Bottoms behind the Waconia net. Breakout pass to Alex Schuler. Schuler cuts middle and ran into a back checker. Shot. Blocker, high goal. Number 8 bowling for Stormhawks. Crossed the Waconia blue line and had a little partial screen and fired the puck across the grain. Be the 6th goal for the Stormhawks on the day. Drop the puck right away and get back to work. Amelia Spring retrieves for Waconia. Puck's played up the wall to Derringer. Derringer to Rayfeld. Rayfeld touch pass to Jensen. Jensen will go back to Rayfeld. Played off the boards. And nice reverse by the Stormhawks. Chimp puck is going to flutter to a stop at the hash marks. No icing on the play. Rayfeld on the chip. It's going to be a race to the puck. Stormhawks able to box out. Here comes Jensen on the second chance for Waconia. Crosses the blue line, dumps. Puck will rim up the wall to DeWolf and Puckner. Bottoms stepped up at the blue line. DeWolf on the back check turns into a regroup for the Wildcats. It's a potent forecheck by Stormhawks. Being offsides. Stormhawks are a team that's playing downhill today. Lucy Miller on the draw for Waconia. Puck's reversed by the Stormhawks. 27, Alex Schuler picks up the puck around the hash marks, chipped it up the boards. And Stormhawks able to set up those offensive zone possessions. Schuler pass to Jensen. Draw the Stormhawks out of the Waconia end. And right back in. Good move by Mia Bottoms at the blue line. Pass to Jensen. Jensen cuts to the outside. Picked up by Miller. Miller loads up a shot. And goal! Bar down. I don't know if they had it planned, but nice little drop pass by Jensen and Miller. And Miller took a couple strides to the net. Left-handed shot, loaded one up and put it right under the bar. 9:15 left in the third period. Waconia bring it to a 6-2 game. Stormhawks regroup. Pass caught Rayfeld. A step up by Radford. Here comes Kira Radford. Rolling puck, toe drag. Caught in Sabodny's skates. Here comes Rayfeld on the back check. Nice pass, the bowling shot, and a goal. It's 7-2 Stormhawks. Finish my hot chocolate. It's cold hot chocolate. Still sugary good. Poke check by Derringer. Rayfeld was looking to chip one across the blue line, get some daylight. DVD pass. That pass caught Rayfeld's skate. Stormhawks driving wide, past the slot. Picked off by Rayfeld. One-timer. Shot's going to be high off the glass. Play off the goal line. Rosine caught a pad on it. Centering pass is going to play its way onto DeWolf's stick. DeWolf crosses the red line, and she's going to dump. Senny with pressure. Nystrom reads that. She'll spin up the blue line. She'll dump deep into the Stormhawk zone. Rims up the wall. Nystrom shot. And it's sticked away and covered. We'll have number 10 Nora Puckner taking the draw. Alex Schuler and Brenna Senny wings. Nystrom and Bottoms at D. Pass off the wall is poke checked by Bottoms, played back through the neutral zone by the Stormhawks. They're off to the races. Drive to the net is fended off by Nystrom. She's not having it. Buckner working on the wall. Nystrom stepping in to help. Looks like we're getting some punching and some slapping and some elbowing, and Wildcats are going to go on the power play. Alex Schuler pass is going to catch some skates of a Stormhawk player. They'll touch up. See what the referee's going to call it. If it's going to be the elbow, the slap. I don't know. You can take your pick. Yeah. Roughing. All right. Let's get a goal. Wildcat power play will be Lucy Miller at center, Avery Derringer, and we have Alexa Jensen at wings. Amelia Spring and Kira Radford taking the bombs from defense. Spring plays the puck to the wall. Shipped out of the offensive zone. That'll bring Radford. Picks up the puck at the hash mark. She'll retreat behind the Waconia net. Pass off the wall to Jensen. Jensen turns and sets up ice. Jensen pulls back. Pass to Spring, one-timer. Off the skates. And Stormhawks clear. Jensen moves to the neutral zone. Trapped on the wall. Puck is going to be chipped playing down in the corner. Spring pass low to Jensen off the wall. Jensen's going to try to get to it. Derringer coming in to help. Jensen's going to kick it to herself at the goal line. Pass to Miller in the slot. Miller was covered up, but Miller on the back check. Slow. It's the slowest arm I've ever seen come up for a penalty in my life. The referee reluctantly calls it a penalty. Players down. Don't like seeing anybody down at all, but the Wildcats in the penalty box at 5:54 remaining. The 4-on-4 hockey for 20 seconds. Stormhawk player is on her feet. Not on her feet yet. She's getting onto her feet. She's good to go. Face off in the Waconia end. Penalty killers for Waconia are the 4-on-4 squad for Waconia. Will be Rayfeld and DeWolf at forward, Nystrom and Bottoms at D. Rayfeld ties up on the draw. Puck's going to come to the point. Shot, glove saved by Rosine. He reached up and out of the air and grabbed that one. It's like Danielson using the chopsticks to pull a fly out of the air. Here we go. Taylor DeWolf has to come back for the puck. Crosses the blue line. Angled off. She's going to stay in the play. Pass is going to come out in the neutral zone, and Nystrom will pick up a puck in the Wildcat zone. Pass to DeWolf. Shipped out by the Stormhawks. Bottoms tied up. 52-second pass saved by Rosine. Rosine goes post to post, has Nystrom. Shot low, stick saved, cleared away by Bottoms. 39 seconds left on the penalty kill. Bottoms pushes the attack to the outside, shot from the point. Rosine saw it the whole way, played it square, it covers. 4:53 remaining in regulation. 30 seconds left on the power play. Wildcats holding their ground. Jensen and Senni forwards with Radford and Spring at D. Pass to the point. Shot from the slot. Saved by Rosine, covered. And the rebound put home. That might have been O'Leary or Bowling. Looks like O'Leary. Stormhawks go up 8-2. Or 7? 8-2? 8-2. 4:46 remaining. Wildcats back to even strength. Be Nora Buchner, Lucy Miller, and Alex Schuler, wings. Forwards. Schuler makes a play at the blue line. Puck goes in, comes back out. Reset. Kira Radford and Amelia Spring at D. Puck drops, played across the blue line by the Stormhawks. String back to retrieve for Waconia. Played deep by the Stormhawks, and a rolling puck is picked up by Radford. Played ahead to Schuler. Buchner with some good pressure, able to allow the Wildcats to get his own entry. Little things make the difference. Stormhawks cross center ice. Amelia Spring just pushing the puck out. Great individual effort has Buchner. Buchner's going to chip it into the neutral zone, and puck played off the wall to Bottoms. Bottoms found Derringer. Anderson for Stormhawks. Stay on the attack. Rayfeld starting her shift has Bottoms helping out on the wall. Miller sitting in the wings. Here's a pass shot. Move off of the goal line. Nice save by Rosine. Bottoms starts from the goal line. Puck held in by the Stormhawks, just crossing the 3-minute mark. Snow collecting on the boards there in front of the Waconia bench. Puck isn't traveling too well. Rayfeld plays the puck back up the wall. Shot from the point. Deflection is going to go wide of the net. Spring meets that attack at the goal line. Puck rings back behind the Waconia net. Rayfeld kicks the puck into the corner. And nice play by Derringer. Miller. Yes. Wildcats are a little tied up in their zone, but I think they're just taking we're just going to push the thing out over. And a soft dump, a quick transition for the Stormhawks. Wildcats were able to get their forwards off. Their defense had been out there. Actually, defense did get changed. I take that back. Here's Olena Nystrom. She still has something left in the tank. Nystrom cuts cross ice. She's going to dump. Yeah, we need one more. We're sending one more. Here comes Jensen. Heat-seeking missile. And it'll be a tripping call on Senny. A running time for the final minute 15. Yeah, I didn't think this is where we'd be after the first period, to be honest. But Wildcats still have been battling. It's Chaskatchan is a good team. It's like they showed up to play like a good team today. I'll give credit where credit's due. Solid hockey team. Wraparound attempt. Read by Rosine. Pad save. Locked down the post. Jensen trying to pull a puck out of Smith's feet. Nice from going all in. Puck's pinned on the wall. Seconds are ticking off the clock. 18 seconds remaining. Pass to the slot is going to drift to the point. Stormhawks pinch, cycle down low to the wall. That'll picked up by Nystrom, chipped up off the glass. And the buzzer will sound, and that'll be it from Waconia. Wildcats on the losing end, 8-2. I don't know. I don't know how many penalties you can get in a single game until you lose your fair play points. There's a tiebreaker in Minnesota youth hockey playoff rules, and it's a fair play point. And you can lose your fair play point by having like a major penalty or misconduct, or if your coach goes nuts. It's just crazy things. Your fans could cause you to lose your fair play point. I mean, I think like the tournament that we had in Owatonna, I mean, there's a couple teams where it was just like came close. There was some youth referees that got a little bit berated by parents, but either way, you can lose a fair play point for too many penalties in a game too. But I don't think the Wildcats were there, at least I hope not. But anyways, we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for tuning in.